been dodging rain again. We did get a little bit yesterday morning, enough to make it nasty here. You can kind of see some of the ruts from the skidder and the skid steer. So yesterday I pretty much just put a bunch of logs out here on the deck, or not really the deck, just makeshift loading area. This is kind of a bearcat to get into because we're right here on the corner of a road. So basically when I come up here, I just pull straight up forward into that drive there, which luckily the owners of that property, we logged it about 3 years ago. I'm really good friends with both of them, great guys, neighbors. I just pull right up into their drive a little bit and back on in here. It's tight, but we can fit in here pretty well. And there's a bunch of, 2-inch clean base rock, not base, but 2-inch clean rock right here. So pretty firm getting in, but over here, it's a loblolly. So, of course you can see it's kind of clouding up. They're calling for more rain tonight. They missed the rain last night, luckily. Now, it's just day by day right now. You never know. They can't seem to get anything right with the weather. But hopefully we can get this next load in. We've got a little bit of grade in here, some walnut, of course a lot of pallet and tie material over here. I've got several more logs I need to get bucked and packed over. Then I've got several down. We'll try to get those out and up here. Just try to keep it rolling the best we can. It's been pretty slow here lately, just all this weather. Kind of switching gears here. I've had some timber cut back here, but I also come back. I always keep my saw on the floorboard of the skidder here. So what I usually do is I'll come back here. I'll cut a tank of gas through the saw, then I'll make a drag out. I'll refill, come back, cut another tank. That way I can keep plenty of timber on the ground, and if I get tired of cutting, I can just drag. But in the meantime, doing this kind of gives me a little break. Getting back in the air conditioning here, because it's in the probably right around 70 degrees today, low 70s, and it is horribly hot. The humidity's terrible here in southwest Missouri. I hate spring, I hate summertime. If I had it my way, it would stay November, December year round. But it's not my way. Gotta make a swing here. These trees are pretty long. We don't want to try to scar up any more trees than absolutely necessary. Although, when you're dragging tall timber, you're going to have some bumper trees. You're going to scar some trees. Collateral damage, so to speak. Right there. Luckily, that little guy there, he ain't ever going to amount to much. He's pretty ugly anyway, so he'll be a good tree to scar up. This draw right here is producing some pretty good timber. Kind of runs up here, kind of makes a bowl, top of the ridge here, goes down. You see a lot of walnut tops down through here. We're just now getting back into some good walnut. Got one in the grapple there right now with that white oak, so that's a pretty healthy drag. I don't drag a ton of wood at one time with the skidder, even though these 648s will handle quite a bit more. I don't work the skidders hard. I try to take pretty good care of them. We just select cut. That's the kind of logging we do. We don't clear cut, so we don't just try to pull the absolute guts out of these skidders. Try to take care of them. We work them, but we don't try to overwork them or work them too hard. Pretty healthy drag. That's pretty good white oaks there. Tall trees. Which camera here doesn't look near as tall as what it is. Climb up this little ridge. Beast of a stump. Good drags. Getting the last few logs down here out of the bottom before this next round of rain gets here. We're not going to make a full load out of it, but we wanted to get them out of here nonetheless. We'll be ready to start planting this before long. We're trying to get everything wrapped up. Sycamore weighs quite a bit. Actually, let's rotate that. I don't think we can reach that. I think beside it. Now it's a big piece of wood, but that's all it is. It's just pallet grade. I think there we can kind of pull it over to us. Whoop. There we go. Come on. Get our RPMs up here. There we go. You can see from that rain we had yesterday, I really didn't think I'd be able to get in here today. Now it's already clouding up back over here in the west. So we'll just keep both those big logs up here close to us. See, we're about 3/4 loaded. But again, we wanted to get them all out of the bottom here for this next round of rain. Because they will be getting ready to plant this in corn before long. We'll be putting fertilizer down. Well, this will go in corn. Yeah, that'll go in corn too, I guess. It's all going to go in corn. What do I know? I'm not a farmer. Love this loader. If you guys are in the market for a good loader, right there. That's the stuff. So, this morning we're going to go back here and do some cutting. Kenny's behind me in the 648. Of course, I'm in the Super Duper Power Ranger here. It's a lot easier just to throw all the supplies in the back, drive on back here, and I'll have everything I need. Kenny can fill the deck area while I do some cutting. We got lucky and dodged the rain again last night. I really have no faith in weathermen at all. They're getting to be as bad as newsmen. They just kind of put fear in everything they do anymore with the weather for us, you know, loggers and farmers and construction guys. Now they're calling for a bunch of rain starting Sunday, going Monday and Tuesday, which it was the same thing last week too. Who knows? I cannot work here this weekend because there's a youth turkey hunt going on. And I talked to the landowner yesterday or the day before, said that they were going to have people up here. No problem at all. I told them it wasn't an issue. That's what they bought this place for, is to hunt. So we're going to make sure that we're not here to mess it up for them. Because we've been seeing some good bunches of turkeys here. And I hope some little kid gets him a good one. This is always one of the keys to making good log roads right here. You can drive the Ranger back down through here. Now we haven't got all this bladed out real fine yet. And when we're done with it, we'll come through the skid steer and we'll do the kind of the finishing touches, the final grade, so to speak. But this thing can still get down through here really well, no trouble at all. We just try to keep all the big debris out of the road. And that's both for the Ranger and the skidder as well. Because the less of that stuff you run over for us, you know, the longer our tires last. Stuff like right there you see in the road. I'll have to fire the guy that was running the skidder yesterday. He didn't do a very good job of it late. Hunged up. We'll fix that. Try to find a good place to park this where it's not in the way. This is the kind of logging I like right here. When I got somebody to drag for me and I'm cutting. Because what that does, that pushes me to try to stay ahead of the skidder. So I feel in turn, I get more done. I didn't quite get all that cut out right there. Good tree, that's what he's dragging right there. There's some footage in it. So we're just kind of working our way on this hill. The very top stuff will actually go up on top of the ridge here. Take the road on around and get it, come down, but we're just kind of working our way up that. It's just, maybe another 50 yards up there. So not too much further than when Kenny comes back. I need to have him push out around these walnut, get all that debris out from around the walnut, and I'll get them cut. A lot of trees just scattered on through this ridge. Really, really cutting good. Here's a prime example right there, that white oak there. Just a really good trees. Headed out with the drag right now. I'll promise you it doesn't look as good in the videos as it does in person. Again, seems like if I get hung up, it's working up the treetop. I'll just have Kenny push this top up. I'm not hung up very bad. Been trying to directionally fall everything here, kind of keep this mess centralized. See stumps there, stump there, stump there, but I'm putting all the tops right back in here. Kenny says we about got a full deck, so it's getting close to like 11:30, so we might head in and grab bite to eat and talk with Dad because he's down the river bottom cutting. Have to work up the deck and try to get them stacked up with the skid steer. So we're short on room where we're at. A lot of trees left to go. Got us, yeah. Nope, a little more. Yep, that's got us. Alright. These white oak here ain't cutting horrible. They're starting to show a little problem the further up the hill we get. This one here, well, it cut about like the other one. They got a little, I don't know if it's a little fire scar or what it is, kind of in the heart. Still not too bad, all things considered, for Cedar County white oak. Like I said, we don't run our skidders real hard. We don't try to just fill the grapple full of logs ever on any of our machines, which right now, as soft as the ground is in places, we're trying to run pretty light, and we're just thankful we can run anyway. We don't have a whole lot of breakdowns with our log skidders. I say that now, knock on wood, but we have pretty good luck with how our machines run, just because we don't try to work them to death. Looks like the road's staying pretty solid up through here, which is good. It's kind of a property line road. Of course, there's a few little soft spots like that, but that'll be real easy to fix back with the skid steer. That was the one condition by the landowners, both. That's a different property over here than what we're logging on. Now, hopefully I can talk to these folks and see if they want to let go of some trees too. I think they've got some really good trees down in there. I've never been on that. I know there's a lot of small trees, but I think the quality of trees down through there will be really good. But the big stipulation with getting to use this access road is that we just go back and fix it, which that's no problem at all. We'll have this thing slicked up. It'll be better than when we started when we're done with it. Definitely glad we didn't get that rain they were calling for the last couple days. Really, we had a little bit Monday and it was bad enough, but if it would have rained last night, I mean, I'd already planned on not working today the way they were forecasting the weather, so we got lucky. next few days are supposed to be pretty dry. Hopefully we can get quite a bit of wood out and stacked up where we can load out and get it back on the yard. So the two things I hate in logging the most are either sharpening a chain on my saw or bucking logs. I hate bucking logs because when you're bucking logs, you're always sharpening your chain. The two go hand in hand. The great thing about having the skid steer back is we can pick up on these logs, kind of get them off the ground. Makes it a little easier to buck. You're less likely to cut into the dirt. And there's a big difference in northern Missouri dirt and southwest Missouri dirt where we're at now, because the majority of this is sand, as you can see, and it is extremely abrasive even with this RS36 chain I'm running. Where up north it seems like I can cut a whole job of timber, cut and buck, and not even have to touch up my chain. But down here, it's definitely not that way. That's just one more of the reasons Southwest Missouri is kind of the armpit of the United States for quality timber. We just don't have quality dirt. If you get down the river bottoms, the dirt's good, but up here in the hills, negative. But Kenny is getting a pretty good stack of logs up there. We've got part of what we had drug out this morning worked up, and some other stuff we had on the deck. Those things are a lifesaver. I don't know how we ever got along without them, and now that we have them, I couldn't imagine not having one, because it's just, they're so versatile in the things they'll do. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.